Dr. Lamar Goree is Caddo Parish School Superintendent. Hey, Dr. Lamar, welcome back to KEEL. It's been a while. Glad to have you back. Happy New Year.
Good morning. Happy New Year and happy Wednesday to you guys.
Well,
how's everyone?
Let's start with a not-so-happy story. Walk us through as best you can this $1 million missing, but some recovered because it was a payment made. This the
phishing scheme.
The digital crime term is phishing. Tell us what happened and tell us what you know.
All right. Well, what I'll tell you is, and remember, I'll remind the public that this is an ongoing investigation. However, we certainly felt it was wanted to be very transparent and let the community be aware of the phishing issue that we're dealing with as a school district. We had Charter School USA, which is the parent company for Magnolia Charter. System was hacked into, and we received authorization to make an account change for our monthly payment to that service provider. When we made that payment to that provider, we later learned that it was a fraudulent account that originated in Africa, in Africa. So at that point, we had to start the investigation and have been digging all around the world looking for $1 million, and we're happy that we have located that at least $750,000 of the money is still in domestic banks. So we are working now with law enforcement to get that money returned to our citizens.
How long did it take after somebody pushed the enter button until you found out something was awry? And then when panic subsided, who's the first person you called?
The police. What I'll tell you, though, is that from the point that it happened, we received a call in mid-November from Charter School USA questioning a payment that was missing, and their accounting records indicated that they were missing a payment. So at that point, everyone starts digging. They're digging on their end. We're digging on our end, and we're looking for an answer. And then as we match everything up, we do then determine that there is an account that the money was deposited into that they were not owning. They did not say they authorized the change. So we pull all of our things, they pull their things, and we compare things, and we contact the police, and the police working with our technology people and their technology people, and then at that point the FBI was involved and determined that it was indeed a fraudulent account and that their system had been hacked in.
Now you bring up an interesting point. It's $1 million. But was it $1 million payment? Was it five, 200? How long has this been going on for? What stretch of time have we been sending money to the wrong place, and in what increments?
1 month. Our monthly payment to them is $988,324.85. We pay that a month to the charter school provider. So this is a 1 month payment that is in question. And you know, one thing I'll tell you is that at first I was like, oh my God, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. But as I talk to other superintendents, and you certainly can Google this, this is happening not only in school systems but in many governmental bodies. So the things that we are doing is ensuring that our internal checks and balances are at a level where we are able to really dig in and identify when we change accounts, especially when they're on some of our larger accounts, such as our charter school payments.
I was going to ask you exactly about that. The changes that you're making, will it involve now human contact of some sort? Are you hoping?
So absolutely, I do think human contact will be a part of that. We're actually exploring. There are some of these authentication certificate programs that are out there now because this is such a national issue. Even the term phishing, I mean, is a national term at this stage of the conversation. So we're looking at many different ways that we can verify before we make changes so that we can protect our dollars. And we are also insured in situations such as this because you know, these are life situations. There are people that are oftentimes trying to score a free payment off of governmental bodies or off of anyone.
Are you optimistic at all that arrest will be made in this case?
You know, it's really hard for me to speak to the legal side of that, and I would encourage you to talk to white-collar crimes or with our FBI people who have been amazing to work with through the sheriff's office about that, to answer that question. I think they would be, you know, the better source of an answer to that question.
You know, I originally said, who's the first person, who was your first call? You said police. Which Which area of law enforcement did you call? The FBI? Did you call Caddo Parish Sheriff, Shreveport Police? Who do you call?
We went straight to the Sheriff's Department, to white-collar crimes, and they also have a cyber crimes division there. And, again, they have been amazing to work with, and, again, have been very supportive to the district and, really played a major role in us identifying that $713,000. And we know that we have a very good idea of where the additional monies are, and really looking forward to working with law enforcement in California and New Jersey to recoup that money.
Elaborate on that. You've kind of got a trace on it then.
Oh, yeah, we found the money. I mean, and that's the good thing about electronic transfers. It's extremely traceable. But when you do these, when these schemes occur, the money's deposited into an account, but quickly there are efforts to move the money to different accounts or to break the monies apart or to even get the money out of the country in many situations. So we are encouraged that we have located the funds and are going through those necessary steps to return that money to our parish. So we do believe that money will be returned to our parish as quickly as possible.
You have to breathe a sigh, because Dr. Lamar Goree, that in most of these cases the money's gone. You're never going to see it again.
I do believe it's because we reacted really fast when we learned of this, and it became the priority, and trying to figure out if this was actually a phishing scheme, determining what actually happened, where the money went to, and all bodies involved. And, I cannot begin to stress how impressive the sheriff's office has been throughout this process, and everyone working really quick to do what's best for our citizens and to find our money and get it home.
No evidence that any employee did anything wrong here, correct?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No evidence whatsoever. In fact, that was one of the first things, of course, that you one of those first angles that you take, and you ensure that on this end we also don't feel that there was any employee involvement from the Charter School USA in either. We just think this is someone out there who's not behaving.